Hi folks, so time to start a winter project. So we're here in the shed, we're going to start one up, and basically I'm just going to go and relive a bit of my childhood, if that's alright. So I'm going to just introduce you to the new project we're going to do, which is this. So basically when I was much younger, my parents very kindly bought, after a bit of pestering, they bought me a Tamiya Fox, which is what this is here. And I loved that thing. It was absolutely brilliant. It was just so much fun to race around in. But I never actually got to build it because it was bought already built. And about, 5-6 years ago, I bought a replica. I mean, it's a Tamiya Hornet. And the Hornet was never a particularly good buggy, but I bought this. This is one of Tamiya's sort of retro releases, and this was so much fun to build. I was so protective of this thing, having put so many hours into working it, that I hated sort of racing it and driving it. So I didn't actually drive it for ages. And then one of my nephews, hi Rafe, how you doing? But one of my nephews got a lunchbox for Christmas, and he and his dad built it. And the lunchbox is essentially the Hornet chassis with a big box in it. And Tris, Rafe's dad, he had an original Hornet, and he still got it. So we had a bit of a love fest for Christmas 2.0 last year, and I smacked 7 shades out the bodywork. You can see I've knocked all the paint off it and everything like that. And you know what? It was so much fun. So I thought, I'm feeling a little bit, got a little bit down, maybe not, feeling the best at the minute. So I treated myself to the new NovaFox. And this is one this is what Tamiya have released recently. And this is the Fox reinvented for the new era. And so, what I'm going to do is over the next, I don't know how long, I'm going to start today, but let's see how long, but a few videos. We're going to build this and take you through the process. And no doubt I'm going to cock something up somewhere, but that's the idea. So without further ado, let's take the lid off this puppy and see what's inside. But before we start, how gorgeous is this artwork? It's just fantastic. It really is such a beautiful piece of artwork. And obviously it's been updated, so they couldn't call it the Fox anymore. It used to just be called Fox. So it's had to be called the NovaFox. Not entirely sure why. I suspect it's probably something to do with that well-known suspension brand. But that's how we roll. So without further ado, let's take this off. And let's have a look inside and see what you get in your Fox box. Right. Okay. Well, lots and lots and lots of plastic parts. Now, before anybody asks, I do have the radio control things. They are all over just in that corner over there. They're a separate thing. So I do have all the radio control equipment that you need as well. But essentially, we've just got lots of plastic sprues, lots of bits of plastic, lots of bits of wheels. Got the tires. Got that's the body shell, which we will be painting later on. Already got the paints, you'll be pleased to hear. That is the speed controller, which we will obviously get to at some point. Let's tuck that back into there. And then what is in the mystery box of delights? I do not know. We'll move the box of delights to one side. And now we need a craft knife, so bear with me a second. Put it down there. And let's move the box of delights there. Let's get this open. Let's see what is inside. Ooh, lots of stuff. So we've got gears and gear wheels. I don't know if you can see that. Some gears, gear wheels. We've got bits of sprue. We've got, I say sprue, those are the dampers. We've got the chassis, main chassis frame. Got the motor and all of that. So yeah, everything's here. I'm ready to get started. How about you guys? Shall we give it a go? So before we get going, it's always worth having a good look at the instructions. So I keep saying "so" a lot. That's a female. Anyway, so what we got? Well, Safety precautions. I always loved these Tamiya instructions because you always got the Japanese and then you got the English and you got a couple of other languages. And when you were a kid, it was like, what the heck is this? I don't know what. And then you get these great sort of almost manga-esque cartoon sort of warnings that the things of what to do and what not to do and stuff like that. And yeah, the recommendations, the paints. This symbol was always the Tamiya mark for paints. And they use that across all of their models. Right, so tools recommended. Instant cement, that's the only thing I don't have. Nor, what is a pin vise? Answers on a postcard. I got side cutters, long nose pliers, that's fine. A large screwdriver, small screwdriver, tweezers, pair of scissors, okay. File, soft cloth, and caliper will also assist in construction. Well, I've got all of that. I just don't have any instant cement. So hopefully we won't hit that in the first stage. Let's see how we're going to go on. So, yeah. When I bought the Hornet, I actually bought it with this type of controller. This controller's weird. It's like a pistol grip with a steering wheel on the side. And needless, I couldn't get on with it. I went and bought a twin stick controller instead. Perfect. So I know my limits, and a twin stick controller is the thing. Right. Let's find. That's stage 5. Where's page 1? Where is page 1? There it is. Right. Stage 1. Charge battery pack. It's ambitious. I'm not going to have this thing finished today. I'm not going to charge the battery pack right now. Start the instructions thoroughly before assembly. There are many small screws and parts. Okay. So, compatible charger. And then you get this great stuff over here, which is where it tells you what parts to have at whatever point you want to pick them out. So it looks like we're starting with the steering. So let's go and get some bits. Right. Parts bag A. Let's have a look. I remember these. This is the classic box spanner that you used to get to just do up all the nuts. That is taking me back to me being a kid. So that's cool. Let's put that there for the minute and pop that out of the way. Then we've got lots of little tiny screws and bags. Let's put those over here. Let's throw those on the floor. We don't need them anyway. Then we've got these two struts and these end pieces. Right, okay, so we can get that out of the way. Excellent. Right, so one thing I did miss is the fact that on the instructions here, which hopefully you can see on the overhead, we have this thing called D5. Now that actually isn't in a bag, that is on a sprue. And this is the D sprue. So just open this up, get this out. And then hopefully D5 will look vaguely like that. It's a mount to go, there it is. That looks like D5 there, yeah. D5, it's a mount to go on the servo. So let's just get it on this, let's just cut it off and see what we can do. Just pop this back in the box. Put that over there, right. And then the next thing we want to do is, because we've cut this off the sprue, you sometimes get, if I bring this in nice and close, as you might see, there's some little knobble. There's a little knobble of plastic on there. And I'm not saying this will cause a problem in the future or whatever. I'm not saying it'll catch on something, but I guarantee you, if you don't take a minute or two just to sand it off with a file, including a very old, very rusty file, but I tell you, if you don't take a moment or two to sand it off, it will catch on something and it will cause you grief later on.